What's going on, everybody? Today we are flying from beautiful Destin Executive Airport. That's the rich side, which maybe someday I'll be on. Today we're flying from the little four-seater side. And yeah, we're gonna be flying from Destin to Tallahassee so I can get my bougie aunt some Trader Joe's. That's how nice I am. I fly all the way to Tallahassee just to go to shopping for her and also get some hours on the plane. So yeah, happy to have you on. It's gonna be a good time. Get our weather here.
Altimeter 3024. Runway 32 is in use. Expect visual approach. Hazardous weather information for the southeast United States available on flight service frequencies. Advise upon initial contact that you have information X-ray. Destin Tower information X-ray 1553 Zulu observation. Wind variable 03, visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20, dew point 03. Altimeter 3024. Runway 32 is in use. Expect visual approach. Hazardous weather information for the southeast United States available on flight service frequencies.
Okay, so we have X-ray and beautiful airplane landing. Yeah, I want that TBM someday. So please keep watching and just if you feel like buying me a TBM, let me. Okay, so we got our ATIS. We're going to call for clearance, and we're just going to let them know we're VFR to Tallahassee, and at 7,500, and they'll give us our code and everything. Destin ground, Cherokee 5580 Mike.
Cherokee 5580 Mike, Destin ground.
Ground, 80 Mike is VFR to Tallahassee at 7,500, and we are ready to taxi with X-ray.
Route 621 Julie Golf. You got an outbound on us, Sanford, Florida, SIP?
Not yet, sir. Hasn't come out. And November 5580 Mike, Destin ground. Eglin departure control frequency will be 132.1. Are you ready for taxi?
Affirmative, 80 Mike.
Cherokee 80 Mike, runway 32, taxi via Alpha Taxiway.
132.1 on departure, 32 via Alpha, and I'll wait for the squawk, 80 Mike. And yeah, another beautiful plane on final. I love flying over the beach here. We'll see that as we take off. We're going to take off on 3-2, but we'll connect with the beach, and I'll be able to show you guys that, so that'll be fun.
And November 80 Mike, say type aircraft again, please.
Cherokee for 80 Mike.
Copy. November 80 Mike, squawk 3444.
3444 on the box for 80 Mike.
And Cherokee 80 Mike, still looking for you. Where'd you see your look? Oh, I got you now, coming out of parking.
Yeah, it took a second there to taxi, but yeah, on the way. All right, for 80 Mike.
All right, everybody, just want to say this is the only camera angle I do have on this flight, so I do apologize, but I will try to break up the monotony as much as I can. For instance, here's a shot of some hot air balloons in Cappadocia. There you go. And also, I am a new pilot. This is one of the first flights that I do as a private pilot, so I'm sure that my verbiage or things of that nature will be a little off, but to be honest, I'm just happy you're here. So, enjoy the flight.
Thanks. We're going to do a quick switch. We'll put the fuel pump on. We monitor the fuel pressure. Switch tanks. It does switch. Everything looks good. We're going to keep the fuel pump on.
Many hours later.
Destin Tower, Cherokee 5580 Mike, holding short of 32 at Alpha 6, ready for takeoff.
Cherokee 5580 Mike, Destin Tower. On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,000. Follow the coastline with a right downwind to the east. Runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Okay, VFR out of below 1,000, right downwind to the east for 32, clear for takeoff for 80 Mike. Okay, let's go. So you got to remember that out of below 1,000. Right downwind to the east. All right, so we're going to be over the beach. That's going to be really pretty, and we're off. We got somebody behind us here. Okay, we check. Final's clear, and the runway looks clear. And we're going to get every inch of that runway we can. Never know when you're going to need that last inch. Okay, so we roll out here. And full power. We've got power. Gauges looking green. Airspeed's alive. Good.
Yeah,
That's 55. Rotate.
32, ready to go.
There you go. We crab it in.
Toga 423 Romeo, Destin Tower, hold short runway 32, calling for your IFR release now.
Short 32, 23 Romeo.
Or make a right crosswind here. South 90. Okay, and it'll blow 1,000, so we're going to pull the power back. And we're going to make a right downwind. Okay, and we'll do a level off check. Let's make a right turn.
Cherokee 80 Mike, contact departure. Let them know you're stopped at 1,000 and below, and that's departure on 32.1. Good day.
1,000 below, over to departure 132.1 for 80 Mike. Thank you very much. Takeoff departure, Cherokee 5580 Mike is off the right downwind for 32, east departure at 1,000.
5580 Mike, how are you going to approach radar? Contact maintain VFR east along the coast, VFR altitude, your discretion.
VFR along the coast, VFR altitude at my discretion for Cherokee 5580 Mike, thank you. So we're going to keep climbing. And we're going to have a beautiful day along the coast here. We're going to climb into our cruise climb of 86, and we're going to get a climb check. We're going to Tallahassee, so we have one checkpoint in the way. It's a little waypoint. We're 30 minutes from that. Ground speed is 84 knots, so hopefully we get up to about 120 here once we level off.
Saratoga 423 Romeo is with you past 700 on a 180 heading.
423 Romeo, going to bunch radar contact, climb maintain 7,000.
7,000, Romeo.
I don't know if you can see, but we have...
Shakes, verify you're still westbound.
We have this track here, we've got that there, so that's our redundancy. We got our paper charts in the bag if we need them.
Turn back westbound.
But this is a pretty simple flight today. Alright, we just had a guy go right next to us, and he's right there. We're going to be leveling off here at 7,500. We're going to pull the power back. We're going to watch this, and we're going to watch the ground speed start to climb, and the airspeed start to climb. We're going to get trimmed out here. We're going to do a level off check, and then we're going to lean the mixture. So we're waiting for that. In Tallahassee, they have a courtesy van. They have a couple of them, and it's kind of nice.
1 November Delta, at or below 1,000 by White Point, please.
At or below 1,000 by White Point, 1 November Delta.
Somebody's breaking their altitude. Yeah, so you take the courtesy van, and you can go wherever you want. So anywhere except have a drink, I guess, if you're flying back. So so we're going to be taking the van to Trader Joe's. And then there's a place right next to this Trader Joe's. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Grub, and it's got great burgers. And so yeah, they have I splurge on the one of them. I forget what it's called, but it's really good. But yeah, we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be loading up the back. We're going to be redoing the weight and balance and make sure we're all good to go, and head back for a quick trip. And tomorrow, if everything's good, we'll be flying up to Nashville. So that would be the next trip here we have you on. Tyndall approach, Cherokee 5580 Mike, level 7,500.
Cherokee 5580 Mike, Tyndall approach, Panama City, altimeter is 3022.
302280 Mike. Okay. As we go along, the pressure changes, so the altimeter changes, so we got to reset it so that we're not flying at a random altitude. Okay, so our ground speed's 115. There's no wind, we're leaned out. I'm actually going to put it a little richer. See, it automatically went over to there. 8, yeah, we're about 8 gallons an hour. Flying to Nashville tomorrow. That'll be good to have because we're going to go ahead and stop and fuel up and stretch our legs because we're flying by ourselves, and that's just what we're going to do. So you can see this inlet here. This is if you fall east from Destin, there's Phillips Inlet, and there's a little area there that we're going to be looking as a little checkpoint visually.
What's your next fix?
We got Tyndall Air Force Base, which we can't see yet necessarily. We can see very far, and then there's we're going to be passing later on ECP, which is Northwest Florida Beaches International. We call it Panama City.
Cherokee 80 Mike, Tyndall.
80 Mike.
80 Mike, what's your next fix?
Going to Nail, or actually Piffin, and then we'll cut to straight direct Tallahassee.
Roger.
I couldn't hear him. Why we got to pay attention. You know, one of the reasons I got my pilot's license was just the freedom of it, right? You know, we're going to Nashville. I got a place in Tennessee, in Gatlinburg, and you know, I get to fly myself and my friends up there. It's just really cool. See, this thing's kind of going up and down. Yeah, I can't wait to have the heading mode on. I can't wait to have a nicer plane, but for now, this is great. Yeah, so you can see it kind of drifting over. Try to lock this in. You're trimming out this as well as trimming out the plane. But yeah, one of the reasons I got my pilot's license was just the freedom. It's like the next step. You know, once you've done the passive income thing, and you've done the, you know, quitting your job thing, it's like you start to look at stuff to do. And to me, that love of freedom, and I'm lucky enough to have an uncle who was a pilot, so I bought a plane that was actually not too far from here. And we stored it there. You know, he taught me to fly. Once you've gotten past that, quitting your job, the passive income thing, you start to look at other hobbies. And for me, flying is one of those things where it's the ultimate freedom. You know, I have my own plane at an airport that I walk up to. I don't have to go through security. Yeah, it's expensive, but this plane was the same price as a Tesla. And prices have gone up, but it's possible. You can, if you have the passive income, you can do it. And here we are. Look, we're sitting. Look at that view, you know? We're flying through the sky here. I mean, this is great. And like I said, you know, I got a place in Tennessee and we're flying there tomorrow. It's going to be unbelievable. Meeting friends in Nashville, going over to Gatlinburg, and, you know, it's ultimate freedom. And it's achievable. You just have to commit and think you're going to fail. Everybody fails, but yeah. You just keep going. It's the people who are, I interview a lot of people on the podcast, How to Quit Your Day Job, and the one thing besides the fact that there's a few things in common, but it's determination. Not everybody, the first thing they tried worked. In fact, not only a majority don't, but more than 90% the first thing they try fails. You just have to keep doing it and be determined. Listen to a bunch of podcasts about that stuff if that's what you're interested in.
Cambridge 874, Roger, you have traffic off your left wing at about 8 to 10 miles westbound, and then another one at 7,500 eastbound. So leaving 7,000, you can turn left heading 260.
Okay, they're calling.
874, do you still maintain 3,000?
3,000, 874.
They're calling for traffic going the other way. I don't see them. I see them. 8 Sierra Mike has traffic inside, no factor.
Roger.
Roger, so we acknowledge. There he is right there. See if you can get him.
Cambridge 836, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
Now, if he was right above me, that would have been scary. But, you know, he vectored him around a little bit. He wasn't showing up on ADSB. Okay. Why do I talk like that? Okay, here we are. If you were on a date with somebody and they were talking like that, you would get up and leave. Tallahassee approach, Cherokee 5580 Mike, level 7,500.
November 5580 Mike, Tallahassee approach, expect runway 36.
Expect 3680 Mike.
November 80 Mike, maintain VFR out of below 4,500.
Descending 4,500, 80 Mike. Okay. Have the airport in sight. And 80 Mike has Tallahassee in sight.
November 80 Mike, Roger, enter the left base, runway 36.
Left base for 36. I'm not in a huge rush to get down here. I mean, you start looking for places to land if something happens. I mean, everything has trees. You're going to have to try to put it between on these roads. And, I mean, that road, you've got power lines and whatnot, right? So, yeah, it's bumpy. 3,300, 2,200 to go. So we're coming in around the same time.
November 80 Mike, square your base turn to final for runway 36, contact tower 118.7.
Square base turn to final over to tower for 80 Mike. Tallahassee Tower, Cherokee 5580, Mike is 8.3 miles to the southwest, heading for a left base for 36.
5580, Mike, Tallahassee Tower, continue runway 36.
Continue 3680, Mike. It is bumpy. We've got a little more to get down here.
80, Mike, you can make straight in now. I have you in sight. Clear to land runway 36.
Clear to land 36 and making the turn to final now for 80, Mike. Okay, so before landing check is complete, fuel pump mixture, landing light, throttle's good, autopilot's off, everything's set, seat belt, feels good. Okay, we're gonna make a turn in here, and we're gonna get our flaps going in a second and get slowed down.
Tallahassee Tower, Skyhawk 857 Alpha, Uniform ILS.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so you'll see on this approach, I am high and fast, and I do have a tendency to do this sometimes. What I did was I pulled the power to idle, pulled the nose up, got slowed below VFE so I get some flaps in. Initially, I was a little hesitant to get all the flaps in because I was getting blown around quite a bit, but I went ahead and went full flap landing. Not my best landing, but I did live to get to Trader Joe's and eat a delicious Wagyu burger, as you'll see.
57
Alright, so let's get slowed down.
Runway 36, cleared to land, wind 320 at 4.
We're above the Vassies.
Alpha Uniform, clear the land, runway 36.
Get slow.
Gate 1 right at Bravo 7, contact ground point 9er.
Gate 1, Bravo 7.
Pull up so that we can get slow, we can get some flaps in, and we're going to go ahead and trip down. Way high.
39 Romeo, traffic and factor, they're exiting at Bravo 7.
Tally ho, 439 Romeo.
39 Romeo, you're cleared for the option now. The traffic on 36 is short final.
Good option for 39 Romeo, we got the traffic.
So we're going a little fast here, and we're high, so we're just trying to get down. And I only have 2 notches of flaps in because of how bumpy it is. I'm going to go ahead and get the last notch in now.
Tower 121, Golf, should be ready to go.
I got a little bit of left rudder. I can feel that the plane is,
one ground,
wind's coming from here.
8.6.
Still high. And now it's looking a little better. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. That. Go. I don't know about that landing.
So I gotta be honest, I am a little self-conscious showing my landings, but here I am, naked to the world, showing them to you. And yeah, that's one of the things I love about flying, is that it takes so long to get good at this, and you're always learning. I always think about it like jiu-jitsu or stand-up comedy, where it takes years and years to master, and it's just not something that you can pick up quick. It's such a challenge. I even think about the engineers that I used to work with. I'd get in there when I was a young intern and realize, wow, I really don't know anything. The Dunning-Kruger effect is something that I think every pilot should be aware of. But let's pull in, let's go to Trader Joe's, and let's have a burger. So let's 80s montage this trip to Trader Joe's. We got the Mercedes-Benz courtesy car, worst interface ever in a German car in my opinion. We drove to Trader Joe's, we got a bunch of stuff, we had a great burger, here's an example, very cinematic, and then here is a picture, oh wow, it's so beautiful, we ate our burger. We drove back, we listened to some Creedence Clearwater Revival as it was on Sirius Satellite Radio, we pulled in to the Millionaire, that's what it's called, it plays on our egos, Millionaire FBO, and then we're back.
All right, we got a flat tire. We got that fixed. So we're going to hop in the plane and get head home. I'm going to have to change that tire tomorrow before I head to Nashville. But we should be good to go, and the weather's looking great. So let's get in the plane and let's head back home.
All right, let me just explain what happened. So as I got back to the plane, I was pre-flighting it, and I noticed on one of the tires, it had deflated. Not all the way, but most of the way. I went back into the FBO and I made a phone call, and the mechanic was able to come fill it up, and we sat there for about 45 minutes to an hour. It stayed inflated. So I knew I only had about an hour flight, and I thought about it for a while, actually called my mentor, and we ended up just going ahead and flying back, and it ended up working well. The tire fixed the next morning, and so things had and we're fine. And then as I took off from Tallahassee, I forgot to hit record, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the mumbo jumbo and cut straight to the landing. So here you go, the landing back at Destin Executive Airport. I'm going to shut up now.
And let's look at the beach over here. Look at that. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see One Water Place at the edge of that bridge. That's where I'm staying with my aunt. One of my favorite places. I'm getting a nice massage there tomorrow. They got a massage room. Harrison, my favorite masseuse, comes, and it's always 90 minutes. And really, you know, a good massage is very painful. That's what I'll say. Still a little high, so let's get the power back. Ready to altimeter.
Tower 378, this is going to be a full stop.
And we're going to make a looping final turn here.
Okay, 378, roger.
And our airspeed looks good. Everything looks good. Still a little high. We're going to put the final notch in. Okay, I need to fix, we got these coming on the annual next week. Yeah, I've got one red. I need to get over here. A little slow, let's get some power in. Get our, there we go. Okay, there's one red. There's two red. So let's get, we got left rudder in. Oop. We're getting bumped around here. Airspeed's good. Let's get the power back. Fly it in and let that, oop. Okay, we're gonna just let her touch. There we go.
Thanks so much for watching this video and that looping final where, I don't know, it was interesting. But I hope it wasn't too boring. If you made it this far, I apologize. I hope the action shots help break up the monotony. And if you don't like and subscribe to this video, I will find out where you live.